Good evening, everybody. My name is Jeff Ashby, and it is such a pleasure of mine to be here on another Wednesday evening. We've got over 30 people here with us right now, helping us celebrate Veterans Night. And that's why we have this young lady that is next to me here, Dr. Percola Roberts. Let me just make sure. Okay, thank you. She is not only the host, I'm acting as her co-host here tonight because of this special evening. But due to a mix-up with corporate, we were all notified a week ago that this was going to be Veterans Night. But then today, an email went out to everybody saying that we're going to be talking about gut health, and so we'll spend most of our time with the veterans and the exciting opportunity that we have for the veterans. But I'm going to just tease you with a little bit of gut health tonight, you guys, because everybody's going to be able to benefit from our conversation that way. Dr. Roberts, just couldn't be more pleased as to how things are coming together. That just feels like the company is in a big hockey stick growth. I mean, where
I feel the same way.
and then you take off, and it's coming earlier this afternoon. We had our legacy call. It was great to have Coraline and Jonathan and Beth and myself and Helen there with our brand new Vice President of Sales, John. And oh my goodness, are we ever excited about things that are going to be just coming out between now and Monday. Oh my goodness, everybody get excited about it. It's already Wednesday, and you're going to need more than a week to really understand all the incredible things that are happening. But
well, now, Jeff, that is just so unfair that you would throw that little teaser out there about
Neener.
That is just not, that doesn't feel too good. I think I need to bring Coraline up and see, can she tell us something? Because I know that somebody needs to say more than it's just so much information. But anyway, I'm just happy to know that you guys got some good stuff going this evening. So today that we're going to be getting. Now, tell us when we're going to get this information.
You know what? It's all going to be rolled out Monday evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. So on this very Zoom number, those of you that have logged in tonight and successfully joining us here, this is the one that you're going to want to remember for Monday night. And I couldn't be more excited about things that are happening. And oh, I mean, I only thought we were excited until we heard what corporate has planned for us. So it's exciting.
Well, I'm going to bring us back to what we are here to do tonight. Veterans, we have you who have been married to veterans on tonight. And I have one young lady that I know without a shadow of a doubt, who was married, whose father was, well, she is just really rooted, steamed in being a veteran and being in the military, from her father to her husband to just, she's just absolutely phenomenal. And so we are going to bring up Miss Diana Parker after we talk just a little bit about the program and the origin of it. And I would just like for Catrice Johnson to come and just talk about how she felt about the program when she first got started. Jeff, you guys just converse about 3 or 4 minutes, not quite that long, maybe 2 minutes, on what this program looked like when you first started, and how was it received by the military when you guys first started with Engage. Catrice, could you join us in this conversation?
Before we jump into that, let's do the disclaimer in case.
Oh my goodness, Jeff, please don't let us get off without that. Do that disclaimer. Let's do that thing.
I'll just unspotlight you here for a moment as I go through it. We get so excited.
Yes, we do.
Just jump right into the meat and potatoes of it, but we have to protect ourselves.
Yes, we
legally.
do.
So these statements and comments have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This information is for educational purposes only and includes information on recent advances in research on micronutrients. Engage, the micronutrient company, does not claim that our products diagnose, treat, cure, heal, or prevent any disease or injury. Engage's products do, however, address our deficiencies and provide our bodies with the nutrition we are lacking. Nothing here is intended to be a substitute for treatment or a visit to your primary healthcare provider. So that having been taken care of, Dr. Roberts, we
I
are free
love
to
it.
move about. And I almost forgot it myself, but we're now in compliance.
I
So I'd
love it.
have
Thank you so very much, because I almost blew it. And that's the good thing about being a part of this Micro Daily family. We walk out and pick up and grab each other so that we don't fall and bump our heads too hard. All righty. Miss Catrice, are you there? So that you can open up your mic and just answer a few questions about our veterans, the origin of our veterans program. I thought I saw you come aboard, but now
microphone is open.
okay. Catrice, how are you, ma'am?
I'm good, and you? I wasn't
I'm
expecting
super
to be on here.
I'm super fantastic, and I am so happy that you are here with us. I understand that when you came on board with Micro Daily, with Engage, that this program was already in place. Is that correct?
When you say it was already in place, when I started, there was no veteran program.
Oh, okay. Well, then I got that wrong.
When I started, there was no veteran program, but
Okay.
I started doing a veteran call once a year. I did for 4 years straight. I did a veteran call on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
When they did bring in the veteran program, we were only allowed to sponsor one veteran. So what we have today, we can sponsor as many veterans as we like.
Mm-hmm.
But back then you were only allowed to sponsor one veteran. So
and back then that one veteran could only purchase one product, correct?
we only had one product. And then we
Okay.
came out with the second product, which was the Hydro, the original Hydro. So they
Mhm.
only had two products that they were allowed
Oh,
to
my
purchase.
goodness. I am
And then,
so glad that you are here. This history is just awesome.
and at the time, the program was where you could purchase, if I'm remembering this correctly, you could purchase the capsules for $14.99.
Okay.
And the Hydro, if I'm correct on this, was $19.99.
Okay.
So
Wow.
we've come a long way.
Oh, I'm telling you, we've come a long way, baby. Somebody said you need to hear a Catrice story on the military and how she dealt with the military when she first came aboard. And that is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you, Catrice. Thank you for that info and that history. You all, if you can look at our application, and Jeff is going to throw the application up here that we have for our service members, for the veterans, so that you can see what we have to offer today, which is absolutely phenomenal. And it is important that we talk a little bit about this so that those of you who are veterans, connected with veterans, or want to be connected with veterans, can know that we have a wonderful program that our veterans can participate in today. Jeff,
Yes.
when you got started with the veterans program and you started working with the veterans, one statement that you say all the time, which I really love, is this product was never developed for the masses. It was developed for the military. This
Correct.
product was never developed to be sold. It was developed for the military. And so for the military to use. And it came from the military to the masses to where we are now. As Catrice has said, Patrice says, oh, good Lord, look how far we have come. We have really grown and we have come a long ways, baby. So we're going to take a moment to just kind of go through the growth process of where we are, where we came from to where we are now. We came from the green bottle and the yellow box.
Yeah, well, even before that, let me go back and just kind of fill in a little bit more of the story there.
I'm forgetting all of this,
you know, and yeah, there we go. That's how it started out. But as Catrice suggested, well, we came together, and this is I want to share this picture here with everybody. I'll go full screen on it. This is one of the first veterans that was on the product. Mr. Calvin, and Catrice, if you want to go ahead and just tell us a little bit about this story, and you can see our van there in the background. This is where we first met up. Well, not first. Go ahead, Catrice, share with us.
Calvin is a Tuskegee Airman that I sponsored.
Mm-hmm.
The product, how I found out about him is really strange, because it was a company before that he was in, but I didn't know him. Happened to be in the same company, but I did not know him. And I received a call one day from his wife. And I don't even know why I received that call, but she was saying that he needed help. And I introduced them to the Micro Daily. And she started giving him the Micro Daily, and it changed his life, because he was having complications with bed sores. And we know the product does help with wound healing, and it helped him tremendously. And then they invited me to come to their location where they were living. And me and Jeff went to, and Helen and Bruce went to that location. And it seemed like we went around the entire complex sharing this product with people in his complex. And we had an event at his complex also.
We did.
Wow.
I remember bringing in the banners and setting up, and having we actually did a little display of the product, and he was so happy to be of assistance to those other people there in that complex. I mean, just so right up there at the end, you can see the smile on his face, how pleased he was that he could help others.
Wow, what a powerful story.
And I think I'm not sure, I have to look, but I have an audio, those calls that I did for the men and women in the military on Memorial Day. I think his wife was on one of those calls telling her testimony about him. So maybe one day we can go back in history and share those calls. I'll have to find them, but I know we did 4. Yes. And it's amazing to hear what the product did for those men and women.
Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely phenomenal.
Just really special. And so thank you, Catrice, and thanks for being patient with me as I pulled that picture over to just really honor somebody who sacrificed for our freedoms. And those of you who know the significance of the Tuskegee Airmen and the pivotal role that they played in history, it's great to have that little connection. So
when we talk, Jeff, about the product, and Dr. Prasad will let you know right away that this is our flagship product. This product right here. What does this product do for the veteran who is suffering from so many challenges as a vet and 25 years serving in the military and serving as chaplain? I've heard so many stories from limb and muscular deficiencies to intestinal, to PTSD, to insomnia, to erectile dysfunction, to just name it. There's just so many things. And Dr. Prasad says, this product is all you need to correct it all. Talk about how is it that we are not out working to identify a problem and correct that problem. Instead, we are wanting to do what for the body?
Well, we're truly, just like the disclaimer that I read, we are correcting a micronutrient
A
deficiency
micronutrient
or
deficiency.
multiple micronutrient deficiencies. And probably the easiest way to describe and explain it, I was on a call with somebody today that right in the midst of carrying a child. This was a lady. She developed gestational diabetes, and so from that time forward in her life, she's always been diabetic, and it came down to her body did not have a balance of nutrition, but it gave more than it really could to make sure the baby was all right, but it threw the balance out. And gestational diabetes is just that. It is a deficiency of micronutrients. And so when we realize that those kind of things can happen when you skew the balance and we get out of balance, that's all Dr. Prasad's formulas are doing, is just correcting those deficiencies. But we can go right to this booklet that we hold up multiple times. Everybody can request a copy of it. But I'd like to just pull up a page right here with you and me, and just reference here. Dr. Prasad's science sets a new standard in supplement efficacy validation.
Absolutely.
Dr. Roberts, when we can go in and reference animal studies and human clinical trials, we don't just have to take somebody's word for it. This is actual clinical science that was detailed. Some of these took 2 years to complete these human clinical trials alone. Some of them were in minutes, like this rabbit radiation internal organ protection study. That was 1 hour before a lethal dose of radiation. And you can see there in those pictures the difference between having the micronutrients and having a placebo. That was 1 hour's worth of evidence, and what a difference that made. Then we go protection against oxidative stress, improved recovery from concussive injury, from blast, DNA protection, tinnitus improvement, improvement in lipid status, and regression of carotid artery thickness, cellular oxidative damage, and type 2 diabetes protection. Many of these took place with the military as the participants. These are just, they're not drugs. They weren't experimenting on the military. They were assisting the military because they knew the ultimate outcome of this. So I'm just grateful that we have access to it. And then we go right from there to the very next page where the patents are all listed. Yeah, and where we can reference a patent for the protection from radiation, patent that says micronutrient formulation for the treatment of diabetes, patents for pulmonary and heart health and hearing health. And then the Veterans Ultimate Complete formulation has to do with PTSD. It's just amazing what we have access to. But like you started out with, Dr. Roberts, this was never designed for us. This was
never designed for the masses. It was designed for the military originally. And I think the thing that I absolutely love about this company is the fact that the company recognizes this and will give a 50% discount to our veterans, not just on special days like Veterans Day and Memorial Day. However, we get a special discount 365 days of the year. So that is so vitally important for us to highlight. Absolutely. And before we close tonight, Jeff, we are going to go through that. But let me just do this with the products right quick. Like, this is our flagship product, and we want to absolutely talk about how important it is for us to get what we need in our bodies so that it can heal itself. The body will heal itself if we give it what it needs. I've had people tell me, Jeff, that, oh, I eat right, I exercise right, and I still have all of these challenges. And I say to them, part of it is because you don't have a probiotic boost. And Dr. Prasad says without your gut being in shape, it doesn't matter what you get, it will do some good, but it won't do all of the good that needs to be done. It will not correct the problem like it should because it's not getting to where it needs to be. And because some of you are on here for gut health, we are going to give you a moment. We're going to give you 3.5 minutes of video here, Jeff. I want us to go through that video so that everybody can see it. But
Great.
in addition to that, Jeff, I also want people to know that our collagen is magnificent. And one lady came by on Saturday and said to me, "Oh, you got collagen for my skin." I said, "No, I have collagen for 30% of your body. This collagen is more than skin, hair, and nails. You need to understand that it absolutely helps 30% of your body." And she said, "Nobody ever told me that before." I said, "I'm glad to know that it's so much more that I want to tell you about these products and that we have here. They are more than just a supplement. This is the world's most scientifically validated supplement on the market. And why? Because for 6 years, Dr. Prasad studied these products and tested these products and used $24 million more than any other scientific study out there so that these products are available for us today. So when you tell me that you go out and get, I won't call any other names, but there is not a name out there whereby product out there whereby Dr. Prasad's name is on the product. So I want you guys to know that, especially our visitors tonight, I want you to know that this product here is an absolutely phenomenal product in a category all by itself. And so with that being said, Catrice says it so well, and I say this, and I mention her often because without her, we would not be here. I know I wouldn't, because Corleen wouldn't be here. Corleen brought me in, so we wouldn't be here. But we have a great slate of products now. Not only do we have this in capsule form, IEMF Micro Daily, we also now have it in hydro. And so that's a whole different story all by itself. And all of this is available for our veterans to shop from. This is just exciting, Jeff. So let's talk a little bit about, we have all of this, but how can we truly benefit from it when we get our gut in place? Let's talk about that just for a few moments.
Absolutely. Great transition. I'll just pull you off a spotlight for a moment so everybody can see this full screen. But those of you that were here 1 week ago tonight, you know, Dr. Prasad and myself and Helen, we were all there talking about gut health. And even Dr. Prasad commented on this next little video clip as to how well she described as she educated us on the importance of having a healthy gut. So I'll be right back in about 3.5 minutes.
Good bacteria also play a very important role in detoxification. They're like the garbage trucks of the gut. They go through, pick up all the rubbish, and then shunt it out through the feces. But if you don't have enough beneficial bacteria, you don't have enough garbage trucks to take out the trash. So you get this accumulation of toxicity in the gut, which can affect the whole body. And if you experience constipation, so if you're not having a complete evacuation every single day, not only does that mean that you don't have enough garbage trucks to take out the trash, but the garbage trucks that you do have can't get to the tip, if that makes sense. So you're getting this, you know, toxic wasteland happening in your gut, and that can affect every body system, including the brain. So that's why it's so important to have, you know, good bowel motions every single day, because the constipation really does make life pretty miserable after a while. So 80% of the immune system is also actually located in our gut, which is pretty amazing. So if we have a compromised gut flora, we have a compromised immune system. So we're more likely to catch every cold and flu that's going around, ear infections, chest infections, autoimmune issues. And the gut bacteria also actually ensure the health and integrity of the gut wall. So you could imagine the gut wall as being the soil and the bacteria as being the grass. And if you imagine a field, if you were to overgraze the grass, the soil would become exposed and start to erode. And that's what actually can happen in our gut over time, that when we damage and deplete that beneficial layer of bacteria that protects the gut wall, our gut wall becomes more exposed and starts to erode. So rather than having these really tight junctions that don't let a lot through, those gap junctions in our gut can become more porous, which means that undigested food particles can pass through, and that can lead to food allergies and intolerances. And also toxins and microbes can pass through the gut wall. So this creates this general toxicity in the gut, which makes you vulnerable to the development of autoimmune issues, neurological issues, and psychological issues. Now, just on the point with the allergies, because food allergies and intolerances are on the rise, and a lot of people will spend a lot of money getting tested for intolerances. So they'll go and get tested and they'll come home with a list of maybe 10, 20 foods that they're intolerant to, and they'll remove those foods and they will experience a temporary improvement in their symptoms. However, it's not the food that was causing the problem. It's this underlying gut dysbiosis, or a balance of bacteria in the gut, and the leaky gut. So what you inevitably find is that people who have removed the foods, the problematic foods that they were intolerant to, they start to react to more and more foods. So they remove those and again, temporary improvement, but then they start reacting because they haven't addressed the underlying cause of the intolerance. It's not the food that's the problem, it's this underlying leaky gut. So it's not to say that in testing for intolerances is a waste of money, but you actually need to address the gut in order to improve your health and manage the intolerances. And you can actually even cure yourself of a lot of these intolerances as well by working on the gut.
It's just so informative there. And I'm
All righty, I'm liking this right
we had a
here.
chance. Yep. Yep.
Yep. That
I-
is so good for us to recognize how important it is for us to have our gut in order. Now, let's talk just a minute about this pre and pro.
Absolutely. So what you're seeing in there, and let me just go to this picture right. Where do I have it? I actually took a picture of the bottle, and yeah, I'm just gonna pull it up here on the screen.
Oh, good.
The
Okay.
proprietary blend for the probiotic. If you look at that, there's 14 different genus, species, and strains. And that right there in and of itself is amazing. I looked back at some of the ones that Helen and I spent a lot of money for. Some of them need to be refrigerated. Some of them, you're getting it
Mhm.
in the very expensive portion of the health food
Mhm.
stores, and didn't have anywhere near this amount. And then now that Dr. Prasad has shared with us the importance, because he actually discovered it, because he discovered the importance of butyric acid, which is the small fatty acid formed by fermentation of fibers in the gut. So he did a lot of studying about fermentation, and that really is fermentation of the microorganisms consuming the prebiotic blend. So those ingredients down underneath the little black line there says proprietary prebiotic blend. The inulin, chicory root, oat beta gulin, Nutrium QB, lark. I can't even begin to pronounce that next one, and gorgum and apple pectin and just the fiber. That is the food that is most preferred by those microorganisms in the label right above. So Dr. Prasad has not only studied it out and given us the very best in heat and acid resistant strains, but he's also then turned around and given them their favorite diet. And so that right there, we do have a patent pending product that is unlike anything else that's out there on the market. And it really kind of frustrates me at times, Dr. Roberts, that people say, oh no, I'm going to finish with the rest of my probiotic before I
Yes.
order yours. And it's
Yes.
well, if yours was really working, why wouldn't you want to? I mean, obviously theirs isn't working. If their gut is still out of
Absolutely.
balance, if they've got gas, if they've got bloating, if they've got irritability, if they've got depression, if they've got all of these things are a direct result of as to how healthy our gut is. And and it's just like they want to save $1 or $2, or 10 or whatever it was, and eat the rest of their probiotics that aren't working. But
It just absolutely is not working. All righty. Well, let me just go on and say this right quick. I want to say to you, everybody, one more time, that these products were originally developed and designed for the military. You can get this booklet electronically right now if you're brand new. Ask the person who invited you to let you know to send it to you right now, or they can give it to you just like this in full copy. Now, let me tell you something that I know without a shadow of a doubt. This product absolutely work for me. And your body will let you know if it works for you. Now, Jeff, this is where I kind of get stuck. People will have been dealing with an issue for years, and they get on the product and they want it to work overnight so that, if it's not doing what they want done within 30 days, what is Dr. Prasad's policy on the 90 days? Let's talk a bit about that.
you know what,
And then we're going to jump right into our testimony for this evening.
Absolutely. Understanding the human body like Dr. Prasad does, because he's the world's foremost expert on micronutrition and supplementation. And that's why the Department of Defense reached out to him and not other billion-dollar supplement companies that were already here back in 2001, or the drug manufacturers. They reached out to Dr. Kedar Prasad because of his knowledge, his information, his understanding of the human body. And he's told us that we need to commit to a minimum of 90 days. A minimum of 90 days, because 90 days marks that point where we're getting cell saturation, and the body is using that nutrition to replace a good percentage of our cells. And that's where we really start to feel better. I know there's a lot of people that have been so out of balance with their nutrition that in a mere, hours or days, they're feeling a difference. They're noticing a difference because their body has responded that quickly. But you just mentioned it. We've taken a lifetime to get to these conditions, and our body needs to take some time to go back and do a retracing of previous injuries. It needs to go back and clean out underneath the bed and move the shoes out of the closet and vacuum in places that have not had circulation for a while. And
I'm telling you, I am so excited about you talking about doing this retracing thing. And I heard you and Corleen talk about the fact that you were going to come and do some training on that. And so I'm looking forward to hearing that and having some people on who need to understand that when the retracing takes place, what happens in the body. And we aren't going to get in that tonight because that's a whole different training all by itself. However, I do want our people to know, Jeff, that it is so vitally, vitally important that we use the slate of products that we have. If you can't do anything else, get this product, the Micro Daily EMF, which is absolutely phenomenal. Get this product. You can get it in capsule or you can get it in hydro. If you don't like pills, you can do pills. Don't bother me. It's good for me. You can get this product here, which is our, Jeff just told you, this is the best gut health probiotic boost on the market. We want you to get this one next. And of course, we also want you to get the collagen, because the collagen is good for 30% of the body, and it's really good for joints as well. And that's a wonderful product. Now, this product is a product that we don't talk a lot about, but it is a product that I have found is phenomenal. And my son, who is a 12-year veteran, called me this week, Jeff, and he says, Mama, you guys are sleeping on the CBD. I'm telling you, it absolutely helped me. I had a cough that I couldn't get rid of, went to the doctor, ER and everything, Mom. He says, but when I pull this CBD out and start using it, I'm not coughing anymore, and it is really, really helping me. And so it does a lot for the body that we don't even know about. The one thing that it does for me is it helps me to rest very well. I rest well with this.
That's my dose is 2 of those before bed every night.
Yes.
I sleep so well. That product has the ability to go in and activate the whole endocannabinoid system of the body. And that system runs parallel with our body's ability to protect us from disease and these things that are going on through our immune system. So it runs parallel with our immune system. So like what you mentioned there with your son, you activate both of them, one from a nutritional standpoint, one of them from the CBD. We do have a combination there that is just unmatched.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As you all can see, I'm doing a little multitasking and answering questions and trying my best to do this thing like I see Jeff over there working and doing it. Jeff, at this point, I want to bring to the front of the line Miss Diane Parker. Diane Parker has been in the military. I don't know, she must been, I don't know, she was born into it. Diana, come on up. And she's there in the North Carolina area. She just has it down in her system, in her bones. Where are you, Diana? Are you available so you can talk tonight? Our father was 28 years in the military, and my son often say, Mama, the 25 years that you spent in the military took us all over the world, and it was such a blessing. All right, Diana, how are you this evening? Your mic is closed. I can't hear you talking. And you're a little choppy. Oh, okay. Is something going on with her technology? Bless her heart. I surely hate that. Okay. We can hear you. We can see you. And you bouncing up and down.
On her Zoom from her phone. She's got it.
What is she saying, Jeff? Because I don't read lips like you do.
She's got it open. Yeah, she's using her phone to come to Zoom. And
so we can't hear her.
No.
Unfortunately, we can't hear Diana tonight, and she has such a wonderful testimony. But you guys, I just want you to know this one thing for sure. When you use the product, your body will give you a response that you will truly, truly understand and be willing to share. When I hear people talk about what these products have done for them, Jeff, when I personally know that there is no way I could be here, I don't believe that I would be alive today were it not for these products. I know I need to share with somebody and let somebody know that this is what they need in their bodies. Okay. With that being said, I'm just going to bring Corleen to the front and let her just.
I do have the registration form that we can share with everybody.
Yeah, we're going to do that as well. We're going to do the registration form, but being that our testimony was we can't hear Diana, then we'll just go on. And you know, we always have to have a ram in the bush, and Corleen is always the ram in the bush.
She's awesome.
Great. And what is Corleen doing today?
You're going to talk about the importance of the veterans program on your team. That's what you're talking about for 2 minutes.
Well, you know, I think that, And I know that. I know that the fact that this product was created for the military, and that we have an opportunity as civilians to use it. But again, it was created for the military. And so many of our veterans have health challenges. And when you look at how this product balances the body and corrects something that seems so insignificant as a micronutrient deficiency, but when it's corrected, you realize how powerful it is, then why not go and talk to all the veterans that you know, to share with them, and then to also help them understand that even though you get free product from the Veterans Hospital, free, what is free doing for you? Is free changing your life? Is free getting you to a state of healthy? It's not. And so, you know, sometimes it's a little more challenging because of that. So we just have to make sure that we take the time to sit with them and to help them understand, look what this product is doing for people. And that's why, you know, we've been saying, you know, the power of the testimony. Our new VP of Sales says your story, you know, sharing your story. When you share your story with others, how significant it is and how significant it can be. So I'm excited that I can share this program with everyone, but someone that was willing to sacrifice their life for our freedoms, and we can offer this product, is pretty phenomenal.
It is. It absolutely is. Thank you so much. And you said it so profoundly. And that is, you and Jeff, you all be walking down the same road. If you're taking something that is not helping you, why continue to take it, even if it is free? You want your health. You want to be without pain. You want to be able to really enjoy life. So with that being said, Jeff, if you could come right now and give us, show us the form and talk to us about where this form is located, and put it up here so we can all see it.
Absolutely. I'm also saying that Diana may be in here from her other device. If we got a moment or so, do you want to switch, Diana?
Okay, Diana, unmute yourself and say hello. At least the people have been waiting for you, dear.
No, I know. It was confusing. Was having a moment. But
how are you?
I'm good. I'm wonderful. How is everyone?
We are super fantastic and so glad that you are here. Now, you have been around this military. How old were you when you realized that you were connected with the military?
That I was connected to the military?
Yes.
I mean, I was born into the military. My mother and father, my dad was commissioned in 1952, and I was born in 1956. So
you were
all my
born
life
into this thing. And so knowing what it means to fight for the freedoms and the rights that we share right now is really significant for you. But one thing that you said to me just last week was, you are so happy about the way you feel since you have been using these products. And I just want you, Diana, to talk to us a moment about what you use and how you're feeling today.
Okay, I'd be happy to. I use all of the products. I use the EMF. Now I am using the EMF Hydro. I have, yes, I have a picture of the Hydro in my refrigerator. I just had a little bit. I use the Brain Boost, the Eye Boost, the Probiotic. I use the EMF, I mean, not the EMF. I use the collagen, and I also use the CBD. In another couple of weeks, I'll be using something brand new.
We are excited about it, coming on board. Yes.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful. It has, it's made such a difference in my life. When I started on the product, I was relatively hopeless. I'd had a lot of things happen over the past 10 years, from my mother dying. And I mean, I was not thriving. That's just the best I'm going to do, because I have to watch it. I'm learning now also to watch my words, but I was not thriving at that time. And I was spending more time at the doctor's office trying to figure stuff out than I really wanted to, most certainly, because you don't want to, but I was there all the time, and managed to do just a little bit better. But when I got here to North Carolina, things kind of fell apart, and I was not doing well when I came to when micronutrients came to me. So I'd had open heart surgery the year prior to getting the products, lost my husband a couple of weeks after the open heart surgery, and continued to try to heal and get better. But I guess it was, I had the heart surgery and a broken heart on top of it. So it was really hard for me to heal anything that came up in my area, cold, RSV, COVID, shingles.
You got all of that.
I didn't have the RSV. I had the COVID, and I had COVID and shingles. I got COVID in March of last year. No, I got shingles in March of last year, and then I had COVID in May. And
Wow.
so I started in June. June the 6th was when I had got my product, right about
Yeah.
June the 6th, 7th. And
Mhm.
well, I have a few challenges because of my doctors and what they thought was best. But after having just all the support from the Micro Daily family and just really all of the support and knowledge and understanding, I've been well guided, and I've been helped so well that today I can say it has been a year, but after 1 year, I do not experience anything with regularity, with the exception of a little bit of a backache if I stand too long.
Wow.
Prior to taking those meds, I was incontinent. I could not walk without a walker after COVID because my knees were so weak. I could not breathe because I had not completed my cardiac rehab, and I could not breathe worth a darn.
What a testimony.
It was just crazy, but I feel so amazing right now. So amazing.
And we are so, girl, you got me on the verge of tears over here. We are so happy that you stuck around for a year and that you didn't just throw up your hands and say, I
It's
don't
not
feel
working.
good today. I'm not going to take it anymore. And and you just pushed through, and I just said, Diana, just keep taking it. I don't know, girl, but I just believe that if you keep taking it, it's going to bring you through.
What you did. That's exactly what you did. Keep taking it, Diana. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. That's
Just
what
keep
you would
taking it.
tell me. I'd be whining and complaining, and she was like, just take it, honey. Just take it.
And so I am so grateful that you, who have been connected with the military all your life.
Yes.
And the good thing is now you are out telling other people who are in the military, and you find it to be a challenge because the government gives us military retirees our product free, but they don't give us the product. They don't give us these. They won't give us these.
No, not this.
And
Yeah.
these are the ones that absolutely work. Thank you so much, Diana. We are
You're
coming
welcome.
to the
Thank
top
you.
of the hour. And I tell you, I'm so glad that you were able to get on here so that we could hear your testimony. You're phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal testimony, Jeff.
That was
Thank you.
certainly worth it, Diana, to try and get you on here and then share with us. This is the bow that we've all been looking for.
Yes.
To really pull this together. Just quickly, because you've asked me to pull it up here, Dr. Roberts, this is the Veterans Registration Form. Love the way that it is all set out, oriented right there. We just have the veterans fill in their information. It's that easy. Just fill it in. And then as we scroll on down here, it says, please choose the products you would like to receive monthly. And all of our products are listed on there. You've already referenced that as we first started out, Catrice mentioned we didn't have all of these products. We had one.
Isn't that a total of, let me put my glasses on, a total up to $172? Is that what I see?
That it says your monthly
Yes.
cannot
can
exceed
up to
170.
172. So that is a wonderful savings, a wonderful amount to get in your own system each and every month. This is phenomenal. Okay.
So it's all right there, and just so easily done. We just email it off, and the people that really support us there in customer service will just take it from there and get them all set up. So
Good.
really pleased, and this is available in everybody's back office. It's also available as part of the app on your phones. So you can just go in there. It's called Register a Veteran, just like it's just like it has right here. So
when you go into your app, folks, it's in the app, but it's also in your back office as well, so that you can have it to just have at your fingertips to sign a veteran up in any day, and they can start getting the product at 50% discount. And that is a phenomenal savings. And it's not just one day, it's every day of the year. It is phenomenal, Jeff. Jeff, this has been pretty good. We'll be able to tell Dr. Prasad when he comes back that we did the veterans program. It was not as good as it would have been had he been here. But one of the traits of a leader, Jeff, is to be able to walk away, go and take vacation, and know that their mentees will continue to do what we are doing tonight. We are so glad and thankful for the mentorship that Dr. Prasad is giving us each and every week. And when he takes a break, we don't need to break. We need to keep working and doing what we did tonight. So I thank God for the 54 of you who are on here tonight. And I'm asking that you go out and touch a veteran's heart by sharing with them this phenomenal product so that they can live healthier lifestyles. I'm a witness that you can do just that. Thank you, Jeff.
Been my pleasure to be here and be part of all of this, Dr. Roberts. I'm just so pleased with how tonight has gone back and forth between you and I. Diana coming forward and sharing life-changing experiences over the last year. And that's how we really started out, was we didn't get to this. We've taken a lifetime to get to ourselves in such a horrible situation. And, I bet Diana would be the first to say that year's worth of investing back in her own health by correcting those micronutrient deficiencies is so worth it. So absolutely worth it.
Jeff, I just want to remind everybody, please get with the person who invited you tonight. Get with your upline, go in the back office, do whatever you need to do. 10 packs of these will cost, 10 of these booklets in a packet cost how much, Jeff? $12?
$12 for 10 of them. Yep.
And so get these, get with the person who invited you tonight. Ensure that they get this in your hand. This is invaluable. You need to read the information here so that you will know where we started and where we are now. We've come a long way, honey, and God has some more good stuff in store for us. It teased us a little bit tonight. Come back tomorrow for Lunch and Learn, for the rest of the week for Lunch and Learn, and then Monday, I would that they give us something in our hands so we can invite folks to be here Monday, give them the teaser that they're giving us, and we can have a big rocking horse on Monday. So we thank you, each and every one of you, for being here tonight. God bless you, And we are so happy that Catrice was able to give us the history of where we have come from with this veterans program. God bless each of you. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here.